Hello students, today's topic is literals or values. Literals often referred to as a constant that are data item and that have a fixed value. So constant generally is a fixed value and the value will not change during the execution of program. Python allows several kinds of literals. First is string literals. String literal is a sequence of characters surrounded by quotes. Anything written in single, double quotation or triple quotation, that is a string in Python. Okay, so suppose student's name means any textual data, and textual data always written in a single or double quotation or triple quotation, so that is a string literal. And the different types of strings used in Python, one is single line string. Single line string means your string is one line long, and the multi-line string is when your string is more than one line long, so that is multi-line string. So multi-line string can be assigned in this way. There are two ways. One is use backslash at the end of line, and second is triple quote. So multi-line can be written in triple quotes, and second method is to add backslash at the end of line. So adding backslash end at the end of line allows you to continue typing text in next line. So when you want to type continue in the next line, so you have to place backslash at the end of line, so line will be continue. So I am showing you with example. I am suppose if you want to store a value, so name always is a text, so you can write in single quotation, so that is string constant. So this is a string constant, this is the string literal, and the variable that you are assigning here is the name. So name is string variable. So we can check the type. One function we can use a type function to check the type of variable or data. So just you pass name and look at here, the class is str. So this is the data type, string data type. So when you assign any value, suppose place, and we can use double quotation to assign a string. Suppose I'm using Rehla, and in this way you can also assign a string value in variable. And we can also use triple quote stop. Suppose I'm using, and stop is ABCIL. So I want to use triple quote here, so you can use a triple quote ABC, and so this is also a way to store string value in a variable. Okay, and multi-line string, suppose if you want to store multi-line string, so address equals to, and then Aditya Birla Public School. And if you want to move next line, so place backslash and then enter, and then Ghanshyam Kunj, and again you want to continue, Rehla, and then close this quotation. And in this way you can assign multi-line string in a variable. So look at the value stored in add variable. And triple quote we can use address, and the same you can use single or double quotation, but 3 times you have to use. So Aditya Birla Public School, and then you press enter. Ghanshyam Kunj Rehla, and then you have to close with this quote. Okay, now the value of address is Aditya Birla Public School. But there is a difference between this assignment and this assignment. So look at here, this backslash n is added. Backslash n it adds because we have pressed enter. Aditya Birla Public School, and after this text I have pressed enter key, so that is also assigned here. And Ghanshyam Kunj, after Ghanshyam Kunj I have pressed enter, so that enter is also assigned in this text. So this occupies 1 byte's memory, and look at in this assignment there is no additional character inserted in the text string. So these two methods, with the help of these two methods you can assign multi-line string in variable. Next is non-graphic characters. Non-graphic characters, so those characters that cannot be typed directly from keyboard. For example, backspace, tabs, and carriage return. These non-graphic characters can be represented by using escape sequences, and escape sequences is represented by backslash followed by one or more characters. So these are the escape sequence characters. So these are two characters, but it stores only one character in computer's memory. So backslash is the indication of escape sequence character. So backslash n, backslash a is produce beep sound, and backslash b it is used for backspace. So it removes one character from left, and backslash n it is used to change the line, and backslash t it is used to insert tab in the in between the characters. So we can all use this. I'll show you the example. Suppose I'm using print, and one a b c d I'm using, and look at here, only a b c d is printed, and now I want to insert tab. So a, then backslash t, then b, then backslash t, and then c, and then close, and look at the output a, b, and c. So there is a tab inserted in between these characters. So when you want to insert tab, if you want to format your output, so we can use these escape sequence characters in. Now the next is print. Okay. Next is print using backslash n, b, backslash n, and c, backslash n, and d. So then look at the output, a, b, c, d, all the characters are printed at different line. So to change the line we have to use backslash n. So these are non-graphic characters. These are also called escape sequence character. These numeric literals. In numeric literals there are different types of literals. First is integers. So integer constant must have at least one digit and must not contain any decimal points. So we already know about the integers. So the number that does not have any fractional part, so that is called integers. And the sign is also allowed in integers. So look at here, the plus 91, there is also an example of integer, and minus 52, it is also an example of literals. So we can use the sign in integer, and these are the categories of integer: literals, decimal, binary, octal, and hexadecimal. In Python we can insert data in uh, all these number system. So decimal number system, we are using decimal number system to express any number in our real life. So 0 to 9 digits are used to represent any number in decimal number system. And these binary, octal, and hexadecimal number system, these are the number system used by computer to express, to represent data in computer's memory. And binary number system, in this number system only two digit 0 and 1 are used to represent any number. And in Python, when you want to insert if you want to assign a value into variable, means binary value you want to assign into any variable, you have to start with the 0 and followed by b, and then you can use your number, but your number should be combination of 0 and 1 only. And if you want to insert data into octal number system, so you have to start with the 0 and followed by O, and then you can represent your number, but your number must be in range of 0 to 7. And the hexadecimal number system, in this number system 0 to 9 and A to F alphabets are used to represent any number 0 to 9 and A to F alphabet. And if you want to assign a value in hexadecimal number system, so we can use to start with the 0 and the followed by x, and then you can represent your number. So I'm giving an example to show this, closing this and open the fresh one. Okay, this is one thing. Suppose one is number and I want to assign a number into this 15 I am assigning here. Okay, and then I want to print the 15 is, this is the decimal number system. This 15 is a decimal number system. And if I want to assign a binary number system, so binary is a function is also, and suppose I'm using binary, okay, and then I want to assign a number, so start with the 0 and followed by b, and then you can use any number. So 1010, I don't know what is the number is this, and then assign. And if you want to check what is the number is this, so this is the number 42 decimal number system. It is equivalent to 42 decimal number system. We can also use some function, bin function, to represent the value in binary number system. You pass the decimal value, I'm passing the 42 here, and you will get the same result. देखो 0 b 10 10 10. So we can use, if you want to get the value in binary and you have a decimal number system, you pass the decimal number in bin function and you will get the binary equivalent of that decimal number system. And octal, I want to store octal number system, so start with the 0 followed by O, and then you can use any number 1250, I don't know what is the number is this, and this is the equivalent to 680. And we can also use function OCT function, and you pass this number 680 and look at the result, the same value this function returning. So when you want to get the octal equivalent of any decimal number system, so you can use this function. And next is hexadecimal number system. Hexa then you pass the number 0, start with the 0 followed by x, and you can use a b f r is not valid for AF45 I'm using. So check the value of this is equivalent to 44,869, and we can also use hex function to convert the decimal into hexadecimal number system. So same number I am passing here, 869, and you will get the same value. Look at here, AF45. So we can use these function bin, oct and hex. So these are the function can be used to convert decimal number system into binary number system, and these numbers directly you can use in your Python program. So these are the literals, integer literals we can say. The second is floating point. So when your number having some fractional parts, so that is called floating point literals. So this is called real number, and real numbers are number that having fractional part. So floating point, that is also called real number, and it can be written in two form. One is fractional form. So in this way we can use 2.0, 17.5. So generally we are using in this fractional form, and the another form to express the real numbers, that is exponent form. So a real literals in exponent form consist of two part. One is mantissa and another one is exponent. So 5.1 can be written is in this way, 5.8 multiplied by 10 to the power 1, and that can be expressed in this way. So 0.58 it is called mantissa. So before e the number that is, and it may be a integer, a float, and after e the number that should be integer, that must be integer after e. So this e it is exponent, and before e later, so the value is mantissa. Okay, so in this way we can express the decimal values, decimal value or fractional values you can say. So for example, x equals to 5.4, 3.4 you are using, so that is decimal floating point value, and this can be also expressed in this way. So 0.3, 3.4, so 3.4 multiplied by, and 3.4 e and minus 1, minus 0.1, and x 3.4. So this is the way we can also express the floating point value. So that is called exponent form, and we can also use one formatting string print, if we are using a print function, and we can also use this dot format e dot format, and then you pass the value, see the 3.4 and 3.4 dot e. In this way you can also, and another way you can present, and suppose I am using the 2 and here 2, so 2. So you can also format in this way to display your floating value in exponent form. We have to use this format, uh, curly braces, and in curly braces you have to place colon sign and then e for exponent, and then close this and then close the quotation, then format, and then you pass the float value. Suppose 3.544 I am passing, and you will get, look at the value, it is 3.4 is expressed in this scientific notation form. And we can also pass the number of digit we required, so after 2e, okay, and then close this and then format 3.4 and okay. But sorry, dot 2 I've used to dot 2 dot you have to use, so it will use, okay, dot and then press enter and you get it. So look at here, the decimal after the 0.2 means after decimal only 2 digits will use, so it display 2 digits after the decimal. So point one more, it literal is complex integer literal, that is complex number, and the Python is also uses complex number uh, in the programming. So in this way we can express the complex number a plus b j. J, capital J or small j we can use. So b, where a and b are the float numbers and j is capital J represents under root minus 1, which is an imaginary number, and a is the real part of the number and b is the imaginary part. So mathematics student can easily understand the complex numbers, and if you want to work on complex number, so you can use the complex number in your program. So in this way you can express complex number x equals to, and 3 plus 4j. So this is the complex number. If you want to get the type of this x, you will get the complex number. So in this way you have to express the number, complex number. So this is the real part and this one is the imaginary part. So when you want to work on complex number, you can use the complex number in your program also. Now move to the next topic, and next literal is Boolean literals. So only true and false, these two only allowed in Boolean literals, and these two values are called Boolean literals. So generally when you means when you form a logical expression, so the result only comes in Boolean, true or false. So these two, true and false, are the Boolean literals. And special literals, none. So none is also one of the literal in Python. So when you don't want to assign any value in a variable, you can assign with the none. So it is used to indicate absence of value. Okay, so these are the literals in Python. String, non-graphic characters, that is also a kind of string, numeric literals, integers, and in integers these are the part of integer literals, floating points, so the number that had decimal part, so that is called floating point, and fractional form, exponent form, and the complex. And for these three we the functions are also used. Int function, int we can use, so it is used to convert the value into integers. Float we can use to convert into float. We can use complex to convert the value into complex. Okay, So when you pass the complex equals to, suppose 5 I am passing, and you will get 5 plus 0 j. So it will convert into float. Suppose there is a number 5 and you want to convert into float, thus you use this function float. And if you have a float value and you want to convert, so pass this 5.5 and you will get 5. So these are the functions we can also use to convert one data type into another data type. Okay, now the next is variable and their assignment. So what is variable? Variable, generally when you work on any programming, you have to store values into a variable. So whenever you want to store value, we have to use variable to store them. So variable in Python represent the named location that refers to a value and whose value can be used and processed during program run. So look at here, the marks equals to 70. In this way you can assign the value into variable, and here is the name equals to xyz. Xyz is a string, and you can also assign the string value in a variable. So student marks, in this way, suppose your variable having more than two words, so uh, capitalize each word. So you can use this convention to assign your variable name. And student name, so if you want to separate them, use underscore to separate them. Okay, student underscore name, and in this way you can use your variable. But variable always be one word long. You cannot use any special character. Yeah, you cannot use space in between the variable name. Okay, so this is the way you can assign the value into variable. And the rules, you already know, it should be start with the alphabet, and it may have a number, but it should be followed by the alphabet. Okay, multiple assignment, so assigning same value to the multiple variable. So in this way you can assign, suppose if you want to assign 10 into a, b and c, all these variable you have to assign the same value. So in this way you can assign the value of these variables. Okay, next is assigning multiple values to the multiple variable. X, y, z, these are the values and you want to assign, so these two values, so sequentially it will be assigned. So 10 will assign into x, and y will assign into 20 will assign into y, and the 30 will assign into z. So sequentially it will assign the value into variable. So in this way you can assign the multiple variable. So these are the question, this type of question forms to find the output. So what would be the output of these? So you can find here, so a, b, a, 5, 10 and 7. So 5 is assigned into a, and 10 is assigned into b, and the 7 will assign into c. And what is the value of here? So look at here, the a plus 1, a plus 1, the value of a is 5, because a will 5 will assign into a. So a plus 1, it means the b, the value of b is 6, and the c, b plus 2, the value of b is 10. So 10 plus 2, 12, 12 will assign into c. And a, the a is c minus 1, so c 7, 7 minus 1 means 6. So a will assign 6. So the value of a is 6 and b is 12, and the b is 5, means 5 plus 1 it means 6. So 6 and 12 and 6, it would be the output. And rest you can practical, and you can find the output of uh, these three also. Okay, these two in the p and q. So 3 will assign into p and q will assign into 5, and here p minus 2. So p is 3. So 3 minus 1, 3 minus 2 means 1. 1 will assign into q, and r, p plus 2, the value of p is 3, and 3 plus 2 means 5 will assign into r. So the value of p is 3. okay, and the q 1, and this r is p plus 3, the 3 plus 1 5. Okay, next is x. X, the same variable is used in this expression, x and x. Okay, so first the 20 will assign into this x, and then 30 will assign into this x. So here in first assignment the value of x is 20, in the next assignment the value will replace with 30. So the now the value of x is 30. And here y, so first this expression will assign into the first y. So x is 30 because the last assignment was 30. So x is 30, 30 plus 10, 40 will assign into y, and then x plus 30. So the x was 30, 30 plus 30 in 60. So y is 60. Okay, so here the y, the value of x is 30, and the y is x plus 30 in 60. So 30 and 60 will be the output. Variable definition. Variable definition means what? Assigning value into variable is called variable definition. So when you assigning the value into variable, that is called variable definitions. Here the 20 is assigned into x, so that is the definition we have given for x. Dynamic typing. Dynamic typing means the same variable can have different type of data. Here x equals to 10, we can assign an integer value in x, and we can also assign a string value in x. So Python allows dynamic typing. So dynamic typing, so same variable can be used to store numeric data as well as string data. And the print function, then it is used to display the value on screen. So when you want to display your value of variable on screen, we have to use print function, and the syntax of print function is print value or variable, and these two parameters use separate SEP and int. So with the help of these we can format our output. So separation, so it will use to separate between the two values. So what separation character the print will use to separate the values of variables if the print prints more than one values. Okay, so by default the separate character is space, and by default the int character is \n, means int \n. So I'm showing you to print this. Just open the new one and Python ideally print. When we use print function, okay, the print, so look at here the values more than one value and can be passed separated with the comma, and this parameter SEP and this parameter int. The file and plus it is used for the file handling. If you want to save data in a file, so we can use this. So we have to work on this only, SEP and int. So separation, for separation, for suppose I am passing 3 4 5, okay, and then look at, so there is a space between these three values 3 4 and 5. So I want to print output in this way. So I want to separate with this hyphen sign. So these three values should be separated with the three hyphen sign. So we can use print and 3 comma 4 comma 5, and then you pass this sep attribute, and any character that you want to use as a separator, I am using here hyphen, and you will get the result in this way. Okay, so this is the use of SEP attribute of this print function. And one more thing, print, when we use print, the by default I'll give you the you the example with the file handling. Print 3, print 4 and print 5. So all are the different print statement. So all the values will print at different line. So 3 will print in different line, 4 will print in different line, and 5 will also print a different line. So these 3 will print in different line. So run this module and check your result. Look at here, 3, 4, 5 all are printed at different line. So I want to print all 3 in same line. So we can use the ind. Okay, ind equals to by default is \n, and that breaks the line. So I just want to use a space. End would be space my. Okay, here end would be space, and the last one I have not passed, so then I will you can run it and look at your output 3, 4, 5. So when you want to print the value of variable at same line, so we can use this attribute, ind attribute, in your print statement to format your output. Okay, so this is the use of SEP function and the attribute and ind attribute of print statement. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.